So one of the things that I've learned when working with clients that are looking to take on a Scrum, let's say, either at a team level or at an organizational level, is I can't just come in guns blazing going, so y'all want to go Scrum, and then just say, well, here's what it looks like, and here's what we need to do. We're going to start with sprint planning. We're going to do this. We're going to build a backlog. I might have all that energy go in with it, but what I started realizing in the early days was that I'd start to get some pushback, and I didn't quite understand why. Often I was brought in by somebody else in the organization, leadership who maybe used us in other situations. They're all for it, and I just make assumptions that everybody else is for it. And what I kind of equated it to was, imagine, the doorbell rings at 6 in the morning at your house, and you roll out of bed all sleepy. You open the door, and there's some guy there in workout gear, and he looks at you and he goes, "Hey, you're putting on way too much weight. Let's go for a run. I'm your new trainer." What would be your typical response to that? I assume, if you're like me, you'd probably just slam the door in their face. Now, not because you don't agree with what they said. Maybe you're thinking, I have been putting on too much weight. Maybe you've been thinking a personal trainer would be awesome. But the reason that you would slam the door is that you were taken off guard. You weren't prepared for it. Nobody asked you. And so the immediate thinking is when somebody comes at you with some energy to do something, your immediate human nature is to push back on that. So realizing that, when I go in now with an organization, I approach it like I would want a personal trainer to approach me. It's not to push their way on me. It's to start with, what are your objectives? What are your goals? So if I go with a team, let's say, and ask them what's working, what isn't. If you're already in great shape, maybe you don't need me. But what are your objectives? And then once they say, here are the issues, then I have given permission to say, well, hey, take a look at this framework, this program I have. Here's how it could possibly address those issues. And the big learning I've made over the years is that for me to proceed successfully, is the number one thing I need their permission. So I need to take that time to ask for that permission. Just like a personal trainer. Here's the program. What do you think? Is this something that you would like to try? I'm asking for a commitment, not a lifetime commitment. But is this something you want to do for a few months or a few sprints? And we'll investigate. It's all about inspection and adaptation. We'll learn from this. We'll see what's working and what isn't working. But until I get the permission from a team, I'm going to be pushing. They're going to be pushing back on everything naturally. It's just what we do as humans. So I kind of joke that as coaches, we're like vampires. We need to be invited in. I need a laugh track for that one. Yeah.